chakra number 1 is where you sit. It's your ass, it's your tailbone, it's the bottom of your spine. And it's your seat of safety and security. And it's called your root chakra. And it comes because that's your whole family of origin. It has to do with your family of origin, the country you were born in, the decade you were born in, your religious and ethnic roots. Everything that has to do with your safety and your security is in your ass. It's just how it is. You know when they say seeing red? Oh, I was so mad I saw red. Red is the color of the first chakra. Just saying. If you look at any chakra chart, red. I saw red. My safety, my security was threatened. I saw red. Like that. So that's number 1. That has to do with where you're holding everything from the past that you're rooted in, that came to you without your choice. You know what I mean? You were born, you got these two, whoever they were. They lived in whatever place they lived in whatever decade you were born in, and the conversations that were going on. That all happened like you didn't do too much to choose that as a conscious. Now, as your soul, I'm not going to get into the debate about whether you chose them or not. But as a human being coming out, there they are. You like them, you got them, you're stuck with them. So that's number 1. And 2 is your sex. The color is orange, that's why I chose it. I like the orange a lot. Your second chakra is sex, lower belly. And that has to do with pleasure and pain and all the memories of pleasure and pain. But human beings have a funny thing. I used to think it was like 20 to 1, like we would remember 20 bad things to 1 good thing. But I read something in psychology that said it was more like 1,000. So for example, if I asked you, how many A's did you get on your report cards when you were growing up? Does anyone know how many? Did anyone count how many A's they got? But if you got an F, just think for a minute. Do you remember that teacher? Do you remember that subject? Do you remember what happened when you got home with the F? How old are you? You still remember that? I'm just saying, you see, humans have this funny thing. We wire into the negativity, into the stuff that negatively influences us. And we hold it. And the memories of pain outdo the memories of pleasure because we're just wired like that. Okay? So that's why we're doing the squeezing over here and then letting whatever's there come up the spine and out to be released onto the earth. The earth doesn't care. Actually, if we would release all that, we would treat the earth better. One of the things that we take from Tantra into BDSM is the notion of emotional release. So we use emotional release because emotional release brings us into the present. Later on, Om will talk to you about how pain also brings us into the present. Like, just like that. But bringing in all of our baggage, all of the past, all of the relationships or the things we tried before or the things that worked or didn't work. So we like to get that clear before we actually get to play. Because otherwise we're bringing all that stuff. And the stuff is just possibly not even relevant to where we're at right now. Anger dominated my life. It had me. I didn't have it. Now I could say to you, oh, right now I'm experiencing anger. But in the past it would be like, and then I'd be like, oh, now what I do? You know, like there was so much. There was such an overabundance of anger. And what Tantra gave me was the ability to stop judging it and just bring it in. So it's like in Tantra there's no right or wrong. Tantra gave me the ability to say, I have anger now. And it isn't right and it isn't wrong. It's just what is. Now it takes something to really get me angry. Before it was like if your eyebrow went up, I'd be like a bear would come. Okay, I don't have that. The bear has gone. If I wake up in the morning And I'm like, I just get up in the morning and I have that feeling in my gut like, oh. Or I had a dream that was so disturbing. I'm not going to go face the day with that riding me. I'm actually going to, I have a whole room in my house. It's my Tantra room. I have a whole room. I just go into that room. That rug has had so many beatings. Like, I just go into that room and take care of myself for the first half an hour, before I would ever get on the phone or do an email, or I don't even want to eat on top of that. That's me. Either Rumi or Osho or both said, come as an innocent child. Come untethered with the past. You want to come fresh. When I approach my lover, I want to be like with nothing. I just want to be like open. Let's go. Let's play. I don't have any more pain. You're not like the last guy and the one before that, and you're not this, and I wasn't that, and I'm not a slut who is shamed, and I don't want to bring all that. I just want to be like fresh, open, new. Like a kid, like a child, totally innocent.
We usually start off our course with this message. There is nothing that we are presenting to you this weekend which is an add-on. So think of it this way. That stuff is sitting there anyway. You will eat too much, you will drink too much, you will fuck the wrong people, you will withdraw to deal with it. We all do. We all have our mechanisms. So try this instead. It's healthier. Because it will demand energy. That whatever is stuck in us pulls our energy. It demands to be fed, it demands sustenance. And we actually keep it alive by other methods. Here you actually have a shot of releasing it. And when you release it, you release the previous coping mechanisms. So it's really a good deal. You know what I mean? So don't think this is like, if you don't do emotional release, you're fine. You're not fine. You're compensating for those old things, those stuck emotions, other ways. We all are.
And tolerating less than joy.
And then people almost accept these blockages, like, this is who I am. No, you're not. No, you're not. This is not who you are. This is you plus a lot of shit. This is you constipated. If you went and took a nice dump, you would be yourself minus the shit. And this is the dump. That's why it kind of stinks after a while. It's like, it feels like you have to sage the place after a good emotional release session, because, people release stuff.
Something that goes on.
Giving up principles, rules.